Closed captioning is brought to you by the Common Man Roadside Market and Deli. Hey guys, today we have a really special show, an episode that focuses on community, friends, and giving back. We're in Durham, New Hampshire, which happens to also be home of University of New Hampshire, and it's located on the Great Bay and Oyster River, so no shortage of beautiful nature and water views. Before we meet up with friends for our Friendsgiving dinner, we stop into a couple of places that are truly focused on giving back. We then spend the remainder of the day with Chef Doreen from Hannaford, who will be cooking up quite the meal for us and showing me how to put it all together. I'm headed over to meet up with Brad from Kennebunk Savings and talk about gratitude. I'm so grateful, well, we're all so grateful for people like Kennebunk Savings and all of our sponsors that make this show possible. So let's go over, meet up with Brad and grab some coffee.
Hello, I'm Brian. You're here at the Freedom Cafe in Durham. We are a nonprofit cafe with a mission to end human trafficking and commercial exploitation. There are so many commodity products that are impacted by forced labor around the globe. And the idea of having a cup of coffee and beginning to recognize who made that, who grew that coffee, who processed that coffee, and ensuring that there's a living wage and inspiring people to begin to address the issue of forced labor and commercial exploitation one cup of coffee at a time. I served at UNH as a chaplain and an advisor, overseeing an ethics class, looking at a number of different social issues, and we built some connections with an organization called Grace Foundation in Nepal and began to work with survivors of bonded slavery. And so it was a really impoverished place, and what we discovered was that not only were these vulnerable community members struggling to build a life, but also were continuing to be preyed upon for further human trafficking. And so again, bringing it back around, coming into this space, raising a little bit of awareness, pricking your conscience, there has to be a sense that all of us are a participant in this process of bringing into the world a place where all people are free.
Well, it's nice to have you for our Friendsgiving episode.
Thanks for the invitation. It was really nice to be invited.
You know you're my favorite co-host.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you're one of my favorites. I can't say that. And I love this cafe.
It is. It's great. This is a really good mission that they have, and so excited to learn about it.
Yeah, I know. Talk about giving back, and this is just something really neat for this community. And I have to say, they have really, really good coffee.
They have great coffee, and I've heard that the food is pretty good.
It's coming over right now,
All right.
so I think we'll get to try it out.
Right, we have a triple berry cheesecake crepe and a chocolate hazelnut.
Wow,
All right.
thank
Enjoy.
you
That looks
so
great.
much.
Thanks.
Oh my goodness.
Really good.
So you are familiar with this place, you said?
We are. We've
little bit.
supported them in the past, and
Yep.
the whole Friendsgiving thing that we've been talking about, the bank takes giving and volunteering, and we take social responsibility
Yep.
very seriously
I
at
know
the
that.
bank. So
Yep.
when we can find a great place like this, it just adds to it and adds to our knowledge
Yep.
of what's going on out here, and it's really good.
It's been exciting for the community to really feel like this is a great place to hang out. It's a second home for a lot of students. We also run an open mic every Wednesday throughout the school year, and that connects Durham community members and students, musicians, performers, poets, even comedians come out to the open mic nights.
So we're headed over to New Hampshire Made, which I know you're also involved with.
Yep, very excited to introduce you to them.
Yep.
Jessie just does a great job as the executive director, and I think I mentioned that her husband happens to work at the bank as well, so what a great thing.
You guys are everywhere.
We are, we try.
All right, let's eat up.
All right.
And head over there.
Let's go.
So come on in, and we'd love to have the opportunity to connect with you and share a cup of coffee or tea or breakfast sandwich or crepe. And we do have a coffee club called the Freedom Builder Coffee Club. We ship coffee every month, and those proceeds support our programs and efforts to end human trafficking. Thanks so much, everybody.
New Hampshire Made is an organization that represents a little over 900 small businesses across the state. So it's our job to provide resources and opportunities that these businesses wouldn't otherwise have necessarily if they weren't a part of our organization.
And I think whenever somebody comes into the store, I always welcome them to New Hampshire, and I tell them about how we are a nonprofit, and our mission is to support creators, makers, industry artists, all within the state of New Hampshire. So I think it's a really great thing to sort of pair together as what we're doing here.
I became the ED a little over 2 years ago, so I decided to, within that first year of my my position here, to relocate to Portsmouth. This community in the Seacoast area, it's all about connectivity, networking. People want to feel like they're a part of something. It's a good place to start and redevelop and define our foundation, and then we can expand from there.
So Kate, I want to introduce you to Danny Edgecombe. He's the president of Kennybug Savings Insurance, and you've met Jesse.
Yeah.
Danny's her husband, and he's been had some involvement here as well, in addition to Jesse.
Yeah, this was a big project for us. We actually moved into the facility when Jesse's organization came here, and it needed a lot of work to be done in the store to get it ready for what it is today. But we put a lot of time and effort into just building some of the furniture in here, actually most of the furniture in here.
It's beautiful.
And trying to get the displays set up so that folks could enjoy the shopping experience and get a little taste of New Hampshire.
So we should shop
We should.
because it just feels like the right thing to do.
I think so.
And you should get something for the dinner tonight.
I probably should. I definitely have to.
It would be rude.
One of the things about, being here is people coming in and people seeing the store and things like that. And while we have so many of our vendors and people that we represent, we've also met a lot of those people because they come in the store, and when I welcome them and tell them what we're about, a lot of times they'll say, oh, well, wait a minute, I make this or I do that, can I be part of you? And they've become joiners and they've become part of our group. And so I think that's been a big part of it, is being able to be this presence and have people engage in that way. So
This is the perfect amount of items to
It
give.
is. I got wine. I got some spicy
He's got
honey.
laundry detergent.
I got cheese. I got, well, these, no,
It's
actually.
laundry detergent.
No, it's soap.
Oh,
It's
okay.
soap, because you get really messy sometimes. So there's some soap for you to wash your hands. And I got some more for the charcuterie bar. So we're good.
Yeah, we're
All right.
good. Now I have nothing, so I'm showing up empty-handed, so I need to go shop
Okay,
around.
all right.
Okay.
if you're in Portsmouth, definitely come in and see us. We've got a bit of everything and something for everybody, and we would love to give you some ideas and suggestions, and we'd love for you to just come in and really enjoy, look around and see all these amazing, wonderful things that people in the state have created.
You can check us out on our website, newhampshiremade.com, and find everything on our online store and information should you want to become a member.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Oh, thank you. This has been fabulous.
It's been really nice, and Brad seems to have gotten more than enough things
I know.
for himself and tonight's dinner.
Such a
So,
good shopper.
Yeah.
And as a token of our appreciation,
Oh.
I actually grabbed each of your logos. And one of our new members works with Slate
Wow.
only.
Nice.
And
Are these
I had them-
coasters?
These are coasters. And I wanted to personalize
Nice.
a couple coasters for you.
oh, that was really nice. Thank you
you.
so much. This is the Kennebunk Savings logo.
It is.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Right.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
we've had you guys have to come here. This store is really fantastic. And I've just, seen so many new products that I never even knew were in New Hampshire.
And they're from New Hampshire.
And
That's
they're
the
from
best
New
part.
Hampshire.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna head out now, and I'm gonna meet up with you later.
Okay.
Brad's gonna go drink all the wine that he bought here. And then we're gonna meet up for our Friendsgiving later.
Sounds great. I'm looking
Okay.
forward to it.
Check out the Common Man roadside at the Hooks at Welcome Centers. Our market offers a great selection of grab-and-go food and drink, tons of snacks, and the best craft beer selection around. Stop by our deli for real food, real fast. Our cafe offers a wide variety of coffee, espresso, and seasonal lattes. And no trip to New Hampshire is complete without a homemade apple cider donut.
Hi, I'm Ryan Vizda with Vizda Realty Group at Keller Williams Realty Metropolitan. Our mission is to build lasting relationships and to become trusted advisors that guide our clients through their journey in real estate wealth building. Our team serves first-time homebuyers, first-time sellers, to those looking to make their last move, and everyone in between. We have relocation partners all over the country, so if you're moving here or anywhere, we're ready to help you. Give us a call, shoot us a text, visit our website or social so we can partner with you today to meet your real estate goals.
So Chef Doreen has been with us before, and I brought her back because not only is she going to kind of do our whole meal today,
Yep.
but help me understand
Yes.
how to build a charcuterie board,
Yep, yep.
a dessert board, because boards, like those little platters, are a good thing to bring to an event, right?
Yes, and there's so many different options. You can find different flavors, different textures, and and then everybody can just pick what they want off the board.
Yeah,
so it's a
I
great
like
way.
that. But I don't know how to do it. I don't even know how to pick cheese or meat. So Doreen met me here, and we're gonna get some things for dinner tonight.
Let's do it.
All right.
This is our fine
Wow.
cheese assortment. And as my good friend Deb Webster, who is our cheese specialist, she says, something old, something new, something
Oh.
goat, and something blue.
So
that will
kind of
help
like
you.
a wedding, except for
Exactly.
the goat.
Yes. Cheddar will be a good
Oh,
one for
here's
your
one.
old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
nice.
So cheddar
Okay, so
is
we've got a
great
cheddar
old.
here.
You want a soft cheese is gonna be some of your newer ones. So we can head on down a little bit more, and we're looking at our bries.
I love brie.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. What's this? Does this go on the charcuterie board?
We can, yeah. It's a cheese ball.
It's a cheese ball.
We love it.
It's fun.
It's festive.
Be fun,
Put it in
people.
there.
Be
exactly.
fun.
So blue.
Oh,
you
I
can
see
either
blue.
Do
Okay.
crumbles.
Crumbles.
Yep.
Okay.
And then goat. Goat has a great tangy flavor.
Okay.
So you can either do it in some of the logs up there, and we have seasonal ones like a blueberry lemon. We also have the garlic and herb,
I want
which
this
is delicious.
one.
So when it comes to meats too,
Yeah.
you want a variety of everything. A classic one is
Prosciutto.
definitely the prosciutto.
Yeah.
And then I do love the mortadella.
I've never heard of that before.
So it's
It looks like bologna?
It's fancy. It's like fancy Italian bologna, but it's delicious.
Okay.
You're gonna love it.
Mortadella.
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 Yes.
Okay.
And then also a calabrese. So that's
Yeah.
gonna be your spicy. And
Okay.
that's one of my other all-time
Okay.
favorites.
Okay, so now we have our charcuterie board. Now we do desserts.
We'll do desserts, my favorite. We have so many great options.
Yeah.
And you want to think about bite size. Like people just want to take a piece and a little bit of everything. So
Right.
everything from, one of mine is our pound cake. My
Which is
daughter
so
loves
good.
this.
A
Yes.
classic.
You know, and then you don't have to worry about frosting. It's just a great sweet little bite. And then also the 2-bite
Oh,
brownies.
perfect.
Yeah, so anything that's a little bite size and a little mix of different flavors. So from chocolate
Yeah.
to the pound cakes, to the cookies. So
So let's pick out some items. So I'm just gonna grab like a couple more of these just
the
because
road
you need
for
them
later.
and they're really, really good. I'm just kidding. Well, we have everything we need.
yes.
We're gonna go back to the house and we're gonna start prepping the meal before everybody comes.
Yeah, get ready for them.
I'm gonna watch Doreen cook and maybe help out a little bit.
Maybe, hopefully.
Maybe, and eat some whoopie pies. So we are back at the house getting ready to welcome our guests for our big dinner tonight. And I have all the items that you helped me pick out for the charcuterie board.
Yes.
So this is pretty much the extent of how I know how to put it together. So I need your help.
Yeah, it's super simple. I mean, you don't have to overthink it at all.
Right.
Anybody can do this. It's really just kind of finding a flow on the board.
Right.
So what I like to do is start out with some of my bigger items. Cheese ball.
Yeah. This is the cheddar cheese ball.
This is
that
the
we
cheddar
picked out.
cheese ball, yes, too. So we're gonna
Wow.
pop that out, and you want those items to be kind of the focal point
Okay.
on the board.
Oh, so you like build around there.
Yes,
Yep. Okay.
yes, because you can always take smaller items and build it in from there.
Yep.
So from there too, we want to make sure we capture our meats.
Yeah.
So if you want to, I'm going to show you a little trick.
Yep.
Fold it in half,
Okay.
and it just gives it a little bit more height, and then you can kind of build a snake
Layer
around.
them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, see, this is the stuff that I always see
Yeah.
and I'm always impressed with, but never really
Yeah.
know how to do it.
So crackers too.
Yep.
You want to focus on that. So if you want to grab the crisps,
Mm-hmm.
and what I like to do is break up the shapes. Don't have
Okay.
circles next to circles.
Oh,
Put them on the other side across from it.
and do
then
I just lay them flat?
You can lay them or kind of just like spread them out and shingle them. And another thing that I like to
Wow.
kind of touch up my tray with is fruit.
Yes.
It helps the colors pop as well too.
That was not hard. You can literally put this together at home,
Yep.
wrap it up, bring it over to your event, and people are gonna think you're just the most like
Exactly.
sophisticated house
Yes.
guest, dinner guest.
Very, very talented. It looks great. It's delicious.
Yeah,
Thank you.
all of this is from Hannaford. I love that.
You're welcome.
Easy peasy.
Exactly.
Now let's enjoy.
This could be the moment we've been waiting for, the chance to feel alive. And I raise my hands to the sky. What a feeling, time to feel it. This is where it all
I'm Brad Page, President and CEO of Kennebunk Savings. Welcome to our bank. We embody our values: trust, integrity, proactive, and empathy, demonstrating it day in and day out for the benefit of our customers, communities, and importantly, our employees. For us, it's more than just the big check moments. Although those are great too, we give over $1 million away each year to our communities. If this is a culture you would thrive in, think about a career with us. Check us out on social media or on our website, where you can really get a sense of who we are and what we do. A promise, a purpose, and people who believe in both. That's Kennebunk Savings.
Amidst pristine lakes and rolling green mountains, your vacation oasis awaits. Experience the Lakes region of New Hampshire with our 3 unique locations. Steel Hill Resorts, offering family-friendly amenities on 500 mountaintop acres. The Summit Resort, centrally located with spacious vacation condos. And the Center Harbor Inn, set beachside on beautiful Lake Winnipesaukee. Path Resorts, choose the road less traveled. Go to pathresorts.com/deals for exclusive packages and promotions.
At Berlin City, we have always known that our success is not solely measured by how many vehicles we sell or service, but also how many lives we touch. Our responsibilities to our associates, our communities, and our planet have guided us for over 4 decades, and they have helped us on our path to become the company that our society wants to exist. Now we're very excited that our Drive for Education program, after 11 years, has evolved into Keep Driving Foundation. This change and many others will allow us to raise even more money for our communities, our teachers, and our children. We are so happy to begin the next chapter of our charity work with hopes to make an even bigger difference in our states. To learn more, to nominate your school or apply for funding, please go to berlincity.com.
So we are back at this gorgeous house, and Doreen and I were at the grocery store at Hannaford this morning, and we picked up a few things for the charcuterie and the dessert. But let's talk a little bit about our menu for dinner.
Yeah, so for Friendsgiving, we wanted to go with a non-traditional spin, right?
Yep.
So with these items, what I built and put together is a little bit of you put it together, we put it together, shortcuts, tips and tricks. That way you're not taking on a huge menu from scratch.
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people, we work.
Right.
So being able to go to Hannaford and getting these ready to go, putting them on a dish, makes my life so much easier.
And even one of the ones that I want to show you, I'm excited about, a mushroom tart. It makes it look like you did it from scratch. And people are like, oh, it's beautiful.
Smoke and mirrors, people, smoke and mirrors.
Exactly.
So what's the main course?
All right, Kate, main focus is the protein, our Chef's Prime pork roast. And with this, again, super simple to put together. Don't throw away your bits and pieces. These are actually the ends of the celery stalk that I used earlier.
Oh.
I'm throwing
Repurposing.
Repurposing, right. Don't throw these onions, carrots, peppers. Throw it all in there because it's just gonna add to the flavor.
They're fragrant, yeah, they're very fragrant when they cook, so I can see why that would be a great addition.
And they don't have to be pretty. You're chopping, breaking, whatever. Throw it in the bottom of your pan because this is how we're gonna elevate the roast inside the pan.
Oh, so you put the roast, okay, I
I'm
got
gonna
it.
put it, so again, this is my favorite cut, and this can be, you could do this for a weekend meal too. This is absolutely delicious. And what I'm gonna season it with is our Taste of Inspirations. It's actually Canadian
style.
Yes, it says chicken. Perfect on pork too. Pork is a nice light white meat too. And have at it.
And how long are we cooking this for?
This is gonna be in the oven at 350 and it's about 15 minutes per pound in it, 15 to 20 minutes per pound, but you wanna make sure the internal temperature, I cook it to about 155.
Okay.
It's gonna continue cooking above that as well too.
Okay.
Yep.
Yum, I'm very excited for this.
Oh, let's put this in the oven.
Yes, this is really coming together.
I'm Bridget Windsor from Spruce Home & Company in Concord, New Hampshire.
And I'm Barbara Jobin from the Shed Events, Concord, New Hampshire. And Bridget and I are so happy to be here today collaborating on this Friendsgiving event.
Yeah, so I opened Spruce Home in Concord in 2019, and we are just a gift and home decor store. And with my friend Barbara, we just sort of decided that our talents would be great together coming up with tablescapes and party ideas, and so we just have landed on a new little spin-off of my business and hers.
Shed and Vents is kind of a word-of-mouth operation. I do lots of things. I do event planning, I do floral design, I do baby showers, bridal showers, dinners for corporations or businesses in my backyard. And a friend of ours joined Bridget and I together, and lo and behold, we had a lot in common. We love entertaining, we love decorating, and we yin and yang really well today, and you'll see some of the things that we've created.
You know, for instance, this table that we set today, I'll have available at my store. Barbara and I will go back to the store, reset the table, everything will be available for sale if you want to do this for your Thanksgiving or Friendsgiving. We are located in Concord, New Hampshire on Main Street, Spruce Home and Company. We have all of the products you'll see here today and so much more waiting for you there.
And if you would like any inspiration for planning an event, also go into the store and contact Bridget and I, and we'll be glad to help you.
Now check out this How I Live free segment from our presenting sponsor, Visit New Hampshire, featuring Hart's Turkey Farm.
Serving a turkey dinner brings joy to almost anybody and everybody. At the end of the day, it always brings you to, in my opinion, a warm, fuzzy place in your life. And so when you're at Hart's, you get those feelings. Generally, when people leave, they're extremely happy. My name is Sim Willie, third-generation owner of Hart's Turkey Farm. Hart's Turkey Farm is a third-generation, family-run restaurant. We specialize in turkey and opened in 1954.
The success of the Hart family speaks for itself.
Hart's is the largest restaurant in the Lakes region.
We're the restaurant that specializes in turkey dinners.
My grandfather had gotten out of the war, World War II. Him and my grandmother wanted to start a family, and so they chose Meredith, New Hampshire, where they used to summer. They tried to be farmers in the beginning, and they couldn't make ends meet, so my grandfather decided to open up a 12-seat restaurant here at this same spot.
See you at Hart.
Each year he kept adding on to the building. There would be a little project here and there, and as he expanded the building, the more people we were able to bring in.
Eventually we grew from the 12 seats, and now we're almost 600 seats. I think why we specialize in turkey and have done so well with it is it's gathering, it's family, it's comfort food. It brings back all those memories as when you were a child growing up. We've stayed true to ourselves, true to our guests. We keep everything as consistent as we possibly can. All of our main dishes were either my great-grandmother's or my grandfather's.
The meal tasted exactly the same as it did 45 years ago. It's good home-cooked food.
That is who Hart's is. It's not 2020's recipe of the day for stuffing. That's not who we are. I think when my grandparents started this, and then with their kids, you know, they kind of grew up in it, and it becomes part of your soul. It was passed down to me, and I'm hoping that my son, I pass it on to him as well. In growing up in New Hampshire, you know, we have a toughness to us. Hi, how are you? The two of you today? During these times, the community came out and was getting takeout nonstop from us. You know, I'm very grateful for all of that. It's not always easy, but it's in us, and we'll get back to where we were. I would love to see Hart's stay around for another 100 years.
These are some of the desserts that we picked up at Hannaford this morning. No whoopie pies, sadly.
No.
Well, they're here. They're just not going on the dessert
Those
board.
are for us, not for everyone else.
But let's get started putting this together.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite boards because you can put a whole lot of everything on there. As you can see, I have everything from pomegranate seeds or arrows,
I love those.
Cool Whip to dip in, fresh fruit. One of my favorite things to do too is we have little pecan tarts. So I cut a marshmallow in half and just pop them in the oven for a little bit.
Marshmallow.
Yes, yes. And it's the same type of approach as your charcuterie board.
Yeah.
So you want to have your focal points, have some different shapes and sizes, and then you just start sharing across the board. So with the pound cake, again, one of my favorite ideas, I ended up cubing this up so it's nice and bite-sized. So if you want to, I figure we can start spreading them around.
I'm gonna just start making the magic. Are you cutting up the brownies in
Yes.
smaller pieces? Yeah, okay.
These are amazing. If you haven't
Yeah.
tried them, they're so decadent.
They look and smell decadent.
It's so delicious. So I'm actually gonna do triangles.
Okay. Yeah, because you need to have bite-sized things for people.
Exactly.
Rather than the giant.
Right, and then that way everybody can have a little bit of
That looks
everything. I love doing chocolate dipped strawberries when I can, but this one's another quick way to do it. So if you just take either your favorite chocolate frosting, a chocolate dip itself, a little stripe across it, and then some fun little decorations
Yeah,
on
I mean, I've
there.
never seen that before, but I really like the little touches.
It's almost like a sash. You know,
Yeah.
they're almost
Yeah,
they're dressed up and ready to be eaten.
Miss Strawberry.
Exactly.
I think our guests will be very pleased.
Yeah. So
I've gotten a couple lessons from you today.
Good.
Super basic stuff, but I honestly needed a lesson.
Yeah.
So thank you.
And again, too, no wrong way to do it. Have fun.
And everything in Hannaford.
Exactly.
I love it. Easy.
We are finished, but the final step is
The
gravy.
Da, 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 da. Look at that.
Oh my God,
It really
it's
completes
gorgeous.
it. That smells so good.
I'm
Oh my
drooling right
gosh.
now. I'm ready
we
to
need
eat.
to eat. Our guests need to eat, and you need to enjoy all this hard work.
Thank you.
This
It was
has
a
been-
blast, though.
This was a lot of fun.
Yes, thank
I'm
you
really-
again for inviting me. I'm so happy to prepare all this meal for everyone.
I love it, and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to have another event and cook all of these things again.
Invite me.
I'm going to invite you. Yeah. All right, let's go serve this up. Thank you guys for joining us for this very special episode of Friendsgiving, and thank you to Kate and Jonas for loaning us their beautiful house here in Durham. It's been just such a nice backdrop. Thank you to Chef Doreen, Cheryl from Hannaford, and Brad from Kennebunk Savings. You guys have made this day really wonderful and have been great partners of New Hampshire Life. And I'm feeling super grateful. So we have all this food here, and we got to eat it, so we'll see you soon. So this is an underwater seaweed wig. A lot of people use these with rice or carrots, and you take them off, and then you take them off and you sprinkle it over anything in your house, and it's magic. It could be your wedding bouquet. It could be really anything. The real truth is, I don't know what this is.